Welcome to Python Superclass. In this particular lecture, we are going to continue our discussion about the operators. So in this particular lecture, we will be focusing on the next four categories of operators, that is the comparison operator, relational operators, logical operators, identity operators, uh, and membership operators. Okay, so let's begin the show. So I have created two variables, that is x equals to 7 and y equals to 5, and there are basically six relational operators or the comparison operators, that is greater than equals to, less than or equals to, equals to, or not equals to. So basically there are six relational operators in Python. So let's see each of them one by one. So if I check x is greater than y, then 7 is greater than 5, that's true. Okay, x is less than y, that is false, because x is 7 and y is 5. So 7 is not less than 5, so it is going to return false. Now if I check x is greater than or equals to 7, then that is going to return true, because x is 7, so 7 is not greater than 7, but it is equals to 7. Hence it is going to return true. Similarly, sorry, if I check if for x is less than equals to 7, what is going to be the output? Yes, the output is going to be true again. The reason is x is not less than 7, but it is equals to 7, so it is going to give output as true. Similarly, if I check if x equals to 7, yes, that is again true. However, if I check x equals to 5, that would return false. Similarly, if I check y, if I check let's say y not equals to 7, that is going to be true, because y has 5 and 5 is not equals to 7. So that is a true statement. Okay. So these are basically the six comparison operators. Now moving forward, let's talk about the logical operators. So logical operators are the ones which checks for the uh, trueness or truthfulness or the truth value of uh, two relational operators or two relational operations. Okay, for example, if I check if x is greater than 5 and y is less than 7, then it is going to check if x is greater than 5, we know that is true, 7 is greater than 5, so that's true, and y is less than 7. Okay, so again that is again true, so true and true is true. Okay, so the simple logic is like true and true is true, true and false is false, because what AND does, it checks if both the conditions needs to be true. If any of the condition is false, then it is going to return false. So true and false is false. False and true, again that is going to return false, because again the first condition is false or the first statement is false, so again that is going to return as false. Okay, false and true, or I should say false or true, that is true. So OR operator works like if any of the statement or if any of the operation evaluates to true, the whole condition becomes true. So if I check true or false, then again that is going to be true, because if any one of the two is true, then it is true. Okay. Similarly, if I talk about not true, not is like negation. So if not true, then it is false. Similarly, not false is sorry, not false is true. Okay. So now let's try to put these things on the previously evaluated relational operations. Okay, so if I check if x is greater than 7 and y is less than 5, or let me say equals to 5. So if I just check this, then what this statement is going to return? That this statement is going to return false, and this statement is going to return true. So false and true, that is going to be false. Okay, because for a condition to be true, for the whole statement to be true, both the statements, both the sub statements had to be true. But since the first statement is false, the whole statement returns as false. Okay. However, if I change this to like x is less than 7 and y is less than equals to 5, then in that case it is going to return true, because x is not less than 7 but equals to 7, so this condition is true. Similarly, y is not less than less than 5 but is equals to 5, so again this statement is true, so true and true is true. Okay. Similarly, if I check for x is greater than or equals to 7 or y is greater than 10, then in that case this condition is true. Okay, 7 is less than 7 is equals to 7, so here we are checking for greater than or equals to, so that is going to evaluate as true. Similarly, if I check y is greater than 10, so that condition is false. But as I have already told you, if for or to return as true, only one statement needs to be true. So here x is greater than or equals to 7 is true, y is less than y is greater than 10 is false, so true or false is true. Okay. Now if I see not, then that is like if not greater than 7 or y greater than 10. So now we can see that this statement is going to return true, the inner statement, and not is going to negate that value, so the output is going to be false. So after seeing the comparison operators and the logical operators, now let's move on to the membership operators. Membership operators basically check if uh, an element is a part of a collection or not. Okay, so if I create a collection, here I am creating a list 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 10. Okay, so if I execute the statement, let's say x in, so basically there are two membership operators, that is in and not in. Okay, so it is going to check if x is in this list, so is 7 in this list? Answer is no, so it is going to return false. Similarly, x or sorry x, if I check y in list, then that is going to return true. Okay, so that's about, this is about in operator. Now let's talk about not in operator. So that is going to be reverse to the in operator. So if I check if x not in list, then not in list, sorry, it's a typo. So x not in list, so that's true because x, if I print the value of x, that is 7, and if I print the value of list, then that is this one, so 7 is not in this list, so it is going to return true. Similarly, if I check y not in list, then that is going to return not in list, then that is going to return false. Okay, The next category is like the identity operator. So identity basically checks if this particular value is the same as the other value. Okay, so though we had worked it during the none type, okay, but now let's check it. Okay, let's do it. So for example, like if let me create a variable that is z and none. I am assigning a value none to z. Okay, and let me check for the type of z here. Then it is returning as none type. Okay, now if I need to check if there is some value in z or not, then what I can do, I can check z is none. Okay, z is none. So what it is going to check, it is going to check if z is empty or not. Okay, none means empty, none means null, none means void. So that means it is going to check if z is empty or not. So here is z empty? Yes, so it is going to return true. However, if I want to check if it contains some value or not, then I'll check for a variable to contain some value, it should not be equals to none, or it should not be none. Then in that case, what I'll do, I'll check z is not none. Okay, so since z is having a null, so it is going to return a false. Okay, however, if I assign a value to z and if I check z is not none, not none, then it is going to return true. So in this particular lecture, we discuss four of these four categories of operators: comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, and membership operators. Why I discuss these four categories in this particular lecture? Because for the first category, that is the arithmetic operator, the output used to be a number, either it was an integer or a floating point value. Whereas in case of these four categories of operators, the output is going to be a boolean value, that is either a true or a false. Okay, so that is why I discussed these four categories together. In the next lecture we will talk about bitwise operators. Thank you.